1, 2, is this on?
We all know how impactful a wrestler's finishing move can be when it comes to winning a match and getting over with the audience, and while the move itself is what pulls the trigger, the build-up and the taunting done beforehand helps load the gun. This can be a wrestler's way of powering up or simply just a unique thing they do that helps them in a match or entertains the audience.
Now Randy Orton is coiled. Lesnar's taking off the gloves.
We'll highlight examples of both today as we look at 10 wrestlers with unique special abilities or signature taunts. Hogan hulks up. Hulk Hogan channeled the energy of the crowd by no-selling his opponent's punches. And as the fans' reaction grew stronger, Hogan would hulk up, pointing his finger at the opponent, countering their offense, and firing back with some shots of his own.
How many times have we seen this man hulk up? The will to compete has brought Hogan back to his feet.
From there, the Hulkster delivered a big boot before hitting his finisher, the atomic leg drop. The audience knew whenever Hogan hulked up, he was now in control and the end was near. Kurt Angle pulls the straps down.
Watch out! German suplex released by Angle. Beautiful throw. Down go the straps.
Whenever Angle pulled the straps of his singlet down, you knew he meant business, as this meant the Angle Sam or the ankle lock was on the way.
Jerry Lawler used to drop the strap, and that meant here comes the finish.
That's where I got it from. I stole from Jerry.
Oh, the straps are down. Now, man, the real deal. Now we're talking. Now. Wow! God, beautiful inside out. German suplex there. The turn and Angle slam on Lita. Samoa Joe. Olympic slam. Olympic slam.
And if the straps coming off wasn't enough for Kurt, we would sometimes witness the rare instances in which he pulled the straps back up, only to pull them down for a second time. This was typically Angle's last roll of the dice in a match, but once he did it, there was truly no stopping him.
That means that's big time kicking out of an Angle slam. Just strapped down for a second time.
Undertaker sits up.
And out somehow, looking to put the Undertaker away. Oh! Undertaker sets up.
No matter how hard wrestlers tried, they could never keep the Undertaker down. You can't kill what's already dead, as the saying goes, and the dead man showed us this time after time throughout his illustrious career.
That indeed is the new face of fear.
When Taker sat up, the crowd rose with him, while the other wrestlers in the ring looked on in fear. The Phenom regularly found creative ways to sit up by countering moves.
Pump with a vice locked in. Here's a 2 count. And Undertaker has the power up in 2. Look at this.
Or by simply scaring his opponents.
Undertaker just set up. Oh no. Undertaker set up. How the hell did he kick out? But he set up. Jericho has to go for a cover here. With his obsession. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That's right. Sit up. Oh, Cena stopped in his tracks.
The only notable counter to the Undertaker's sit-up came from The Rock while performing his signature People's Elbow.
To be served. Oh, wait a minute. Undertaker set up. Oh, he got it.
Shawn Michaels does a kip-up. The Heartbreak Kid's incredible athleticism was on display every time he wrestled, but one of his most impressive feats was his ability to kip up off the mat and spring back to his feet.
Both these superstars are exhausted and down. Check this out. This is vintage HBK.
The lights are on Friday. Two legends that know how to finish people. Undertaker sit up. Shawn Michaels kip up.
This was a staple of HBK's matches, as typically he would hit a flying forearm and then lay on the mat whilst flat on his back. Shawn would then do the kip up, which acted as an eventual setup to his diving elbow from the top rope. And then following that, Michaels would tune up the band for the sweet chin music. The kip up is something a number of wrestlers have adopted over the years, but it was Shawn that did it the best.
This is Shawn Michaels, and that's the original. Here we go.
Randy Orton going crazy before hitting a DDT. Randy Orton's draping DDT has been one of his signature moves for the past 2 decades, but in more recent times, he likes to hype himself up before hitting said move in a bit of a weird fashion.
Randy Orton draping DDT!
Bam! Bam! Yeah! 2! Oh! Explosive, but I'm big and I'm strong.
How fired up is Randy Orton?
Randy Orton is at 11 right now. Oh!
It just works though, as it further adds to his somewhat unhinged character, and you can always bet that the DDT will be followed by Michael Cole shouting, "Vintage Orton."
Vintage Orton! Vintage Orton! It's been the Randy Orton highlight reel!
Booker T does the Spinaroonie. Booker T really came into his own as an entertainer whilst in the WWE, and the Spinaroonie helped play a part in him getting over with the audience.
I was a breakdancer back in the day. I was practicing one day in the wrestling school and I did it, and it just kind of stuck as far as me having something different to do in the wrestling ring.
Booker also used the Spinaroonie in WCW.
Here comes the Spinaroonie back to the vertical base.
But the dance became a much bigger deal once he came to the WWE. Fans couldn't wait to see the Spinaroonie in action. And it became so popular that other wrestlers began to imitate it.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow!
Rooney! Red Machine can do it. There it is!
Oh, you got it. It's hilarious.
However, no one was able to do it quite like Booker.
Right here in the Windy City, a big Windy City Spinaroonie. Here we go.
Batista shakes the ropes. Batista would love to end his matches by first hitting a spinebuster. Then he would get up, shake the ropes a la Ultimate Warrior, before giving his opponent the thumbs down gesture that he famously gave when turning on Triple H and Ric Flair. This worked the crowd into a frenzy and usually resulted in him finishing his opponent off with a Batista bomb for the win.
This guy's a freak, man. Thumbs down. Check this out. Batista bomb.
Mankind uses SOCKO. A wrestler reaching into their pants and pulling out a stinking, smelly sock might not seem like it would be an effective setup for a finishing move, but the audience reacted so well to Mr. SOCKO that Mick Foley began to use it anytime he worked either under his real name or as Mankind. SOCKO was only meant to be a one-time gag, but the power of the fans meant that SOCKO became a regular part of Mick Foley's character.
And when the sock started getting over bigger than I was, I thought, why not just take the mandible claw that's already a force to be reckoned with and put a sweat sock on it.
No way, you can't do that.
The hell he can't. He is.
We even got a spin-off of SOCKO when Foley tagged with The Rock.
Smell what the Rock is cooking. Know your role.
Sting no-sells. Sting had a unique ability he used in matches that allowed him to no-sell moves as if nothing had happened. Stinger would then beat his chest and taunt his opponent for more.
No! Whoa. Didn't even face Sting. And he got him in it. Oh, my. Bell. You're not kidding, he's up. The WCW franchise player who gets up.
No effect on that vertical suplex takeover by Hogan.
He had a special connection with the audience, which was on show whenever he no-sold opponents' offense, as the fans reacted positively every time.
Super kick. Kevin, you missed. Oh, he absorbed the super kick. Sting. Up through the table by 2. Sting's back up. Sting's back up.
The People's Elbow. The Rock has won numerous championships with his patented elbow, and it is perhaps the most iconic feature of his character, which all began as an inside joke. It was initially conceived in an attempt to make Undertaker break character, and while Undertaker didn't crack, The Rock continued to perfect the move over the years with the inclusion of the elbow pad and an increase in the overall theatrics.
The People's Elbow. Don't let him. The Rock looking for the People's Elbow. Oh, no. He got it.
The Rock has since showcased modified iterations, such as the People's Gliding Elbow and the Nature Boy Elbow drop on Ric Flair at WrestleMania 20.
People's Elbow.
Jerry the King Lawler also played his part in the build-up, frequently labeling it as the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment.
The most electrifying move in all of entertainment. Oh, the People's Elbow. You can't do it. The most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment with
All this build-up led to a simple elbow becoming one of the greatest finishers in wrestling.
No, not the people's elbow. The most electrifying, the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. People's elbow. The most electrifying move in sports entertainment history. The people's elbow. There it is.
And that brings us to the end of this video. Which other wrestler special moves do you want to see in a future video? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this one, be sure to check out our video on 10 iconic wrestling entrance quirks. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.